freak out turn, and it's time for another update. Alrighty, boys and girls, it's time to show some more pickups. Just a quick, want to say, really sorry about the review Sahara. That's coming, but as I thought more about it, I actually want to do something first, right before I actually review it, because I've been wanting to review this film for a while, and I saw it over the summer, so figured why not review it. The review of Reservoir Dogs, it's a movie I actually want to review. I'm working on it right now, right before the Sahara review. So that'll be coming. I've just been really busy. I've been back to school. Homework's been such a pain recently. Working on some right now. In fact, I'm about to go work out as I finish this video. Gonna get this video finished up right before I actually go off and work out. So yeah, and I'm gonna get some work done. And then I'll give you guys the review of this film, then Sahara, and then depending on the time that we have, because I want to get some horror movies reviewed, because Halloween's coming along the way. Might start early in September, so I can get a lot reviewed. In fact, I got a lot that I actually plan to review in this pile for Screamfest. A couple of them, actually. But in total counting, getting into what I got, I have 3 VHS tapes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 DVDs over the past couple of weeks. One new shirt, which I'm wearing right now. This is actually a new shirt that I picked up at a Newberry. It's for Pulp Fiction. Really love this shirt. Glad to get it with Uma Thurman and that infamous pose that she does. Might review Pulp Fiction in the future, right? After I review Tarantino films in order. I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to do True Romance, and then Pulp Fiction. I want to get those out of the way since, like it or not, he did have a hand in True Romance. So technically it does count as a Tarantino film. But I'll get to that. But these are what I got, and let's get into it. Starting off with the tapes. The first tape that I got was actually for a film that I was interested in checking out. I didn't get a chance to see it because I was busy around the time. A lot was going on. I do remember seeing the Super Bowl spot for it, but I figured why not pick it up. Looks like a really funny film. I know that it suffered a little bit when it came out. It didn't do as well as the director had hoped. And this is the director that I like. I like some of this guy's films that he's directed. Could be a fun movie, and that is Be Cool. Got the VHS tape right here. Very good condition. Looks like a fun movie, and be directed by F. Gary Gray, who directed Friday and a bunch of other films I actually enjoy. What else did he do? I know he directed something else. I can't think of it at the top of my head, but Be Cool looks like a really funny film. Good cast. I like John Travolta, Uma Thurman, who, of course, were in this film, Pulp Fiction. I'm wearing the shirt as I talk about him. But Vince Vaughn's also here from Wedding Crashers, which I recently saw. I'll do a review on that later. Cedric the Entertainer from Madagascar and Johnson Family Vacation. Andre Benjamin, Steven Tyler, Robert Pastorelli, Christina Milian, Harvey Keitel, The Rock, Danny DeVito. Very good cast. Good cast. Might give this film a try. Definitely going to give this film a try. I'll see if the critics were right about it or not. But that's Be Cool. And the next DVD I got, you could say that to the Nicolas Cage collection, but I figured why not check this out, because I actually have a friend of mine who likes Nicolas Cage, said she likes this film, so I figured why not pick it up. Surprisingly, it's a Universal Special Edition, but that is for The Family Man. Got this on VHS. There's the tape. Surprisingly, I did not know this till somebody brought this up. This is, you know who directed this? And I kid you not, Brett Ratner directed this. And I'm surprised about that because this is a movie that's so out of his element. When you look at, say, Rush Hour with a joke, or even Money Talks or Red Dragon, the jokes are so immature. I cannot believe that he would take on such family material as this. I was like, wow, Brett Ratner directed this? Or Brett Ratner, as I would call him. I have nothing against the guy personally. I just, something about him rubs me the wrong way. I shouldn't say I dislike the guy as a director. If you guys seen my Money Talks review, I love that movie. I think it's funny. Rush Hour and Rush Hour 2. Really excited to see how they do with Rush Hour 3. I'll give my thoughts on that. It's on that when I see it, or if I ever see it. But I don't hate Brett Ratner as a director. I just think something about him rubs me the wrong way in real life. But The Family Man looks like a fun time. Looks like a nice little family film. Nicolas Cage, T. Leone, Jeremy Piven, Sal Roebuck, Don Cheadle, and music by Danny Elfman. Yes, Danny Elfman composed a Brett Ratner movie. That is amazing, but that's The Family Man. I'll give this, take as I think of that once I see it. Might do it as a Christmas review, so yeah, there's that. And the last tape that I got, speaking of Nicolas Cage, here's another one that was recommended to me by a friend of mine. I won't say who it is because I don't want to give her name out, but this is another bonus edition for a film. And this is a Jerry Bruckheimer film and stars Nicolas Cage. And looks like a fun ride. I'll definitely give my thoughts on it once I've seen it. And that is Gone in 60 Seconds. With Nicolas Cage, Angelina Jolie, Giovanni Ribisi, Delroy Lindo, Will Patton, Christopher Eccleston, Chi McBride, Robert Duvall. So, capable cast. Definitely a really capable cast there. Definitely looks like a really fun movie. Definitely could offer up a lot. I do remember seeing this on TV, and from what it was, it looked like a fun time. So I'll get my thoughts on it once I've seen it all. Also, one thing I gotta show, of course, can't go through an update video without talking about these. Fangoria. Of course, this is issue 246. This is the newest issue that I got. Of course, Cry Wolf is advertised there. I don't know how to feel about that film because I don't know, it's a PG-13 slasher, and I think that's a stupid idea. When you go into a slasher, you're expecting blood and guts. I don't know why they had to make it PG-13, but I won't know till I see it. But that's Cry Wolf. Other ones that it talks about, Shadow, Dead Rot, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I read Feud a little bit for one of the films. The Reaper, which is changed to Venom, which is basically about this guy in the swamp. That's actually a movie I want to see. The Reaper, Venom. This movie right here. With this guy. Really interesting idea. Definitely a cool idea for a slasher in a swamp, which is something that you don't see very often. But that looks like a fun movie. Directed by Jim Gillespie, who did I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know some people, which is a very mixed movie. Some people like it, some people hate it. I really like the film. I loved it since I first saw it. Definitely one of my favorite slashers. A lot of people seem to say it's not really that bloody. I thought it was pretty bloody, but that's the Fangoria I got for this month. Now on to the DVDs. And starting up, this is a film that I actually saw in May. I know I didn't get it till now, but didn't do as well as they had hoped. I know it was originally supposed to come out at a particular time, but they delayed it and nobody went to see it. But you know what? I figured why not give it a shot, and I had some fun with it. And I got the DVD. I might do this as a review for Screenfest. Definitely a film that you should definitely give a chance. And I hope with the DVD more people see it because it deserves a bit more of a fan base. And I actually thought it was a really well-made film, and that is Mindhunters, which was properly made in 2003, if you guys want to look at it like that, but it actually came out in 2005 in the U.S. Heart-stopping, incredibly suspenseful, but definitely a unique film. I'll get into why when I review it for Screenfest. Good cast, too. You got Johnny Lee Miller, Catherine Morris, Patricia Velasquez from The Mummy, Clifton Collins Jr., who was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Eon Bailey, Will Kemp, Val Kilmer, Christian Slater, James Todd Smith, aka LL Cool J, and directed by Renny Harlin, who I really like as a director. I know he gets a lot of hate, but I like Die Hard 2. I haven't seen Prison. I've heard nice things about it. I actually want to pick that up. Definitely has some good films. Did I say Die Hard 2? Cliffhanger I like. Exorcist the Beginning. I know a lot of people give that film junk, but I like it. I have the DVD, which I showed in an update. I reviewed it when I saw it back in October of actually September of that year. Definitely not as bad as everybody says it is, and neither is this film. I think Renny Harlin's a capable director, and I think this film shows. In terms of features, you got a feature commentary with director Renny Harlin, profiling Mindhunters, a stunt sequence, a director's walk through Crime Town, and that's pretty much it. All you get is the specification on the back, but I'll give my thoughts on this completely. I may have said I like it and whatnot, but I'll go deeper, give a deeper analysis after I review it. But next film that I got, this is one that may come as a surprise to people. I actually saw this in April. I know when it came out, it bombed. It didn't do as well as it hoped, considering this is a sequel. And they quickly took it out of theaters and went straight to DVD. And it went to the DVD. But I wanted to see it. And I actually liked it. I saw it with my brother, and definitely had a fun time with it. I know some people may disagree with me, but I have fun with this film, and I'll give my thoughts on it why when I review it, and that is XXX State of the Union. Not as good as the first. Not as good as the first with Vin Diesel. I like that film definitely a little bit better than this, but I still thought this was a fun movie. I don't think it's as bad as everybody says it is. I think it's a fun little popcorn action movie. I know this is directed by the same guy who did Die Another Day. He also did Along Came a Spider, which the weirdest thing is a lot of people who rant on those films, they say the same thing. That these three films, Along Came a Spider, and Die Another Day, if I didn't mention that. But these three films have the problem of CGI being terrible, which I didn't notice. But they seem to say there's bad CGI, so I don't know if this director's inexperienced with CGI or he doesn't know how to properly use it. But I don't know if this is a trend with him. But I thought it was a fun movie for what it was. I'll give deeper analysis into why. But in terms of special features, you got a filmmaker's commentary, deleted scenes, visual effects commentary, a documentary from Convict to Hero, the making of XXX State of the Union, Top Secret Military Warehouse, XXX according to Ice Cube, and a Bullet Train breakdown. Definitely nice to have this for the collection. I want to see the inside. Those want to see the inside of this too. Next one I got, and the last one of the films that I saw, and this is one that I've already reviewed, but I really wanted to get the DVD of this because this film is awesome and definitely deserves to be in my collection. Sin City. I've already reviewed this film, directed by Robert Rodriguez. Definitely going to watch this a lot. I think this movie's amazing. One of the best of 2005. Really wanted it for the features, too. Definitely, I think, a unique step in the comic book library, I should say. I thought this was a really cool film. Great sets. I already did a review of this film. You guys can check out why I like this film in my review. But that's Sin City. In terms of special features, you got a bonus documentary, a featurette, the behind the scenes. Just a great film. You ought to check this film out if you guys haven't seen it. That's Sin City. Now on to the films that one in particular I did see on TV and I really wanted, but for the most part, these films I haven't seen, and one of them I bought to replace. So I guess I could say there's 2 in there that I have seen, but all of them are brought to replace. One in particular, actually 3 actually in this pile. One in particular I actually ended up hating, but I wanted it just for the collection because I knew I would rant on that in the future, and I want it by me. And this DVD goes for like huge on eBay. We'll get eBay and Amazon. We'll get to it later. But the first film that I actually got, this is one that I remember seeing in my Johnny Mnemonic VHS. There was a trailer for it, and I've actually heard some people like this film. I know it bombed when it came out. This is another one of those movies that bombed when it came out. It got negative reviews, but it looks like a fun film. Definitely could offer a lot. I like the cast in it. Looks like a good creature feature with kind of mechanical looking creatures. And that is Screamers with Peter Weller, Roy Dupuis, and Jennifer Rubin. But I guess I could see why, because even for 1996, some of the CGI, even in that trailer that I saw, really looks horrible. I mean, I haven't seen the film, but some of the CGI that I have seen looks really bad, and some of the green screen leaves a lot to be desired. I don't know if they were rushed or something, but the CGI is the CGI, I almost swore there, but the CGI is atrocious. I cannot believe how bad it is in this movie, but maybe it was just the trailer. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I don't know if the CGI does look that bad in the real movie, if it was unfinished. I don't know, but it could be a fun movie. I'll get my thoughts on it later, but Screamers, the last scream you hear will be your own. An apocalyptic science fiction epic. Not really much for features, but I'll get my thoughts on it once I see it. Definitely going to do this as a Screamfest review. That's that. This one I bought to replace because I love this film and I really wanted the behind-the-scenes documentary because the DVD that I have of this movie really sucks. I'm sorry to say that, but there's really nothing on it. A lot of the features were taken off. And this is actually one that I've been looking for quite a while. Couldn't find it. Even with the faceplate this came, I actually wanted that to put up on my wall there. I've already got it up there, but I talked about this in my Amityville Horror review, but for those wondering, that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the remake. Wanted this edition instead of the one I have in there. I'm gonna sell that eventually because I actually like this edition a lot better. But that edition, they took off a lot of the features on this because they couldn't fit it on one disc. I don't know why they did that. Just put all the features on there. A lot of people want to see it, but another reason why I love this look of this case right here. Definitely an awesome looking cover. I love that picture of Leatherface right there. That is awesome. In fact, I even have the metal faceplate up on my wall over there. Right next to my My Bloody Valentine thing. I'll get you guys a clear. I don't know if you guys could see it. Like right there. Actually put it up right there. Looks nice. I like that whole look of Leatherface, how it pops out, but this is another one that I actually want to talk about for Screamfest. So I got a lot to talk about this year. I'm going to talk about this one. Might talk about some of the sequels, but this mostly I'm going to talk about this Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, 3, and that piece of trash, The Next Generation. Then I'll talk about this depending on the time that we have. Tip one of my figures, but I'll pick it up later. But love this edition. Love this pull out right here. Comes in like this 2-disc edition. Love the chainsaw going down, and you open it up right there. Come across in there. And you get one of the additions is these like crime scene photos that I'm actually kind of glad I got in this thing, because I got this used, but I thought it was a little funny. Well, not funny in the pictures, but It's like the scratch marks there. Shit, don't want to crease those, but the big hammer, of course, there's Chris himself. Those fingers in the thing, ugh. But yeah, that's some of the things you get. You just put these in. I don't want to crease them, so I'm trying to get them in. That's one of the little features that they put in with this DVD. I actually like that a lot. Evidence crime scene photos. That's what it's called. But yeah, I love this movie. I really love this movie. I don't get Roger Ebert's dumb review of like, oh, it's too violent, that means it's bad. This movie is how you do a remake, and I think Marcus Nispel understood that. You know, I'm just gonna put this up right now. But I think Marcus Nispel understood that to a core. I think this movie is really well made. I enjoy Jessica Biel. I like the look of the film. Andrew Bronowski, I think, is my favorite Leatherface. I know some may disagree with me, but I love his look. I love that he changed it for his own. I'll give it greater detail, but it's bloody. There's some good gore. R. Lee Ermey's a blast. Just a great remake. Definitely a great remake. And another reason why I got this edition too is for the features, and there's a buttload of features on this DVD. You get three feature-length audio commentaries on the production, story, and technical aspects of the film, featuring producer Michael Bay, which this was the first remake from his company Platinum Dunes. The technical aspects of the film featuring producer Michael Bay, director Marcus Nispel, and actors Jessica Biel, Eric Balfour, and more. That's the first disc, because this is 2 discs, as you guys saw. But on disc 2, you get an alternate opening and ending, severed parts, which is the deleted scenes documentary, what was cut from the film, and why. Chainsaw Redux, Making a Massacre, comprehensive feature-length documentary covering the film's origins, casting, and production through makeup, film scoring, marketing, and fan reaction. Ed Gein, The Ghoul of Plainfield, shocking documentary on the real killer that inspired the film. Screen tests featuring actors Jessica Biel, Eric Balfour, and Erica Learson. Art galleries featuring production, action, and Leatherface concept art. An original 2 theatrical trailer, TV spots, and a music video by Motograter, Suffocate. Suffocate! You're nothing to no one. I love that song. It's the reason why I got it. And there's some DVD-ROM features. If you want to plug this into your computer, you can get some features like script-to-screen, storyboard viewer, link to original website, and more. Definitely can't wait to talk about this film when I do my Screamfest reviews. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The next one that I got, this is for a film that I've been wanting, that I actually saw on TV, and I actually really, really enjoyed this film. I know some people are mixed on it, but I have a lot of fun with it. This is one of my favorites. I'll say that right now. This is one of my favorite horror films because I feel it's so unique. I love the soundtrack. This is just pure fun, and that is Brain Scan. Call me crazy. I like this movie. I really like this film. I like the idea of this video game that you think you're having fun and killing people in the game, but it turns out you're actually killing people. Directed by John Flynn, who actually directed Steven Seagal and Out for Justice. Got Edward Furlong, which I know I read somewhere that John Flynn did not like working with Eddie because he just felt like his delivery wasn't that good and he had to slap him awake. Frank Lagalla is also here. Amy Haygraves. T. Ryder Smith as the trickster, who's a blast to watch. And at one point he's eating the chicken. But definitely a fun film. I'll get into why later. This might be another Screamfest review I'll do. But I was wondering what the inside looks like. There's what Trickster. And that makeup on him is amazing. But looking for a fun movie, definitely recommend this film, Brain Scan. This DVD is actually pretty expensive too, from what I hear about. It's actually becoming rarer for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it was limited printing, but definitely great to have this sort of collection. Not much for features. I don't know why they didn't put the behind the scenes from back in the day on here, but overall, give my deeper analysis on why I like the film later. But yeah, moving on to the next film that I actually got. This is one that I actually have been looking for such a long time, and I actually had to order it from a shop that I go to. And I really wanted to check this film out. I've heard people recommend, I actually had one person recommend to me this film. I know about the troubled production and how much was cut from the film. And I know it bombed when it came out. My cousin actually saw it, renting it. But I wanted to give this film a shot because I like the idea. I know it came out the same time as The Faculty too, so that kind of destroyed it. But this will be another one that I actually want to do, and that is Disturbing Behavior. Really glad to have this one. If you get this DVD, you'll get some of the deleted scenes from the first cut. Directed by David Nutter, written by Scott Rosenberg, who wrote Con Air. And just a unique film. I like the idea. I like the soundtrack. You get a song by The Flies, Got You Where I Want You. There's a unique idea in there, kind of like a teenage version of the Stepford Wives. I'll give my deeper thoughts on why I like this film later, but that's Disturbing Behavior. This next one that I got was one that I didn't think I'd get because I'm not really a fan of Asian horror. I mean, some of them I like, but some of it is definitely, some of it's I'm kind of like, But I figured why not give this one a shot, because I was watching like Bravo's Top 100 Scariest Movie Moments, and this was on the list. A lot of people were like, this movie creeped them out. And I figured why not pick this up, and this is a new DVD edition of the film, and that is Audition, directed by Takashi Miike, who's going to have a quick appearance in Hostel. There's actually a little booklet you get where it shows him from it there, right there, but from what I hear, definitely a weird movie. It's definitely a weird film from the scenes that I've seen. This is the unrated cut, so might have a little bit more. And the entire time, the film is in Japanese, so if you guys are thinking like this is a dub version, no, it's entirely in Japanese. But the weirdest thing about this DVD is that when I got it, the DVD is not really that badly scratched. And I'm bringing this up. Don't worry, this will play into something. This DVD's not that badly scratched. And when I went to watch it, right here on my DVD player, the thing wouldn't read. For some reason, it would freeze and it wouldn't read. And so I went to my PS2. Wouldn't work there. My Xbox wouldn't read it. I tried it on my laptop over there. It wouldn't read. And that was the weirdest thing ever. So I went into my other room where I watch my movies, and I tried it there. It worked. I don't know if it's the DVD player or something, but it was so weird. The dang thing wouldn't read. But Audition, this is another one I'm going to give my thoughts on. Definitely sounds like a crazy idea. Definitely there's some creepy stuff from what I've seen of the film. I haven't seen too much of it, but I'll get deeper into it. Because from what I hear, there's a lot. This film is not for the faint of heart, but that's Audition. In terms of features, there's like it's 16:9 widescreen. There's select scene director commentary. There's a director introduction. There's a photo gallery. They have that segment from Bravo's 100 Scariest Moments in this DVD. So if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, get the DVD so you can see that. But yeah, definitely gonna look forward to checking this film out and see if it's as creepy as everybody says it is. Adding to my Tarantino collection is one that is probably one of his more underrated. I'll say that. It's not like, oh, his other ones like like Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs. Like those get talked about more, but this kind of finds itself below the radar. So figured why not give it a try? It could offer something fun. I like the look. I like the idea of it. Kind of a, I don't want to say a black exploitation film, but it's kind of in that vein a little bit. But definitely a unique looking film, and that is Jackie Brown with Pam Grier, Robert Foster, Michael Keaton, Robert De Niro, Bridget Fonda, who her boyfriend at the time, Eric Stoltz, was actually in Pulp Fiction, so probably took his advice. But this is the collector's edition from Miramax. You can pull it out. Chris Tucker also has a role here. And believe it or not, this actually came with the poster that I actually have up in another room. And it's 2-disc. I was wondering. I don't really know much about this film, so I'm going to watch it and get the basic idea of it, but definitely could offer up something. Definitely a great cast, too. So definitely looking forward to see what they offer. In terms of bonus features, you got an introduction by Quentin Tarantino, or introductions, I should say. Jackie Brown, How It Went Down documentary. A look back at Jackie Brown interview with Quentin Tarantino. Chicks with Guns video. Deleting extended scenes. The Siskel and Ebert review of Jackie Brown is on here. Jackie Brown on MTV, Pam Grier movie trailers, Robert Foster movie trailers, Pam Grier movie radio spots, Jackie Brown 2 theatrical trailer, TV spots, still galleries, reviews and articles, filmographies, enhanced playback track, trivia game, DVD-ROM feature, screenplay viewer, French language tracks. Definitely a lot to the features, so it's definitely a lot. And I'll definitely be giving my thoughts on this film once I see it, but this one I just had to have because I wanted to rant on it. This DVD starting to become expensive. And I don't know how I feel about this film watching it now. I remember hating this film's guts, and I remember reminding myself how much I hated my few videos because I'm like, this movie sucks. I just wanted my collection so I can give a big middle finger, and that is Cool World. Yeah, I know, you're probably asking why do you have it, but I just wanted so I can rant on it. It goes for a lot of money online, so I was like, you know what, I'll get it just to have it. But I'm going to give it another shot. Couldn't be as bad. Ralph Bakshi directed this. I know his story, how he wanted this to be a horror movie, but Paramount Pictures with Frank Mancuso Jr. was a dick on the set and rewrote his script. I know he punched him in the face because he was mad and nobody told him, and they threatened him to finish the film if he left, that he would get a lawsuit. And he didn't want that, so he forced himself back in to do it. I know it came out that there was a lot of marketing. It bombed, and he seems to think that it's because they didn't go by his script. I can kind of understand that. But I just remember having some problems with the film, starting with the fact that it doesn't know what it wants to be. Brad Pitt, because this has a good cast. I'll say this has a good cast. I will say you get a hot Kim Basinger in cartoon form. I'll say that. But you get Gabriel Byrne, who I like in Ghost Ship. Who else? Brad Pitt, Charlie Adler, Candy Milo. There's some good people here. It's just that so much more could have been done from what I remember. But maybe my opinion has changed. I'll give my thoughts on it later once I see it. But that's Cool World. And 2 more left. The next DVD that I got, because I'm going to be seeing the remake soon, and I had to have the original. And the original is such a classic. That I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna see the remake, might as well see the classic original. I don't know about the remake too, because from what I see in the trailers, it looks awful. But that is The Fog, the John Carpenter Interpreter film. And this is a newer DVD edition. This is not the one that came out to promote the movie. This is actually a different one. This has a new documentary. There's an old documentary. There's outtakes. There's storyboard to film comparison. There's an advertising gallery. There's liner notes by John Carpenter. You get an audio commentary. So, yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do for Screamfest before I touch the new one, which I have no hope for. But that's The Fog. Definitely looks like a fun movie with a good cast, too. Adrienne Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis, John Houseman, and Janet Leigh. Hall Holbrook is also here, too. So, good cast. Definitely a good cast. I'll give my thoughts. And the next one I got, in preparation for the remake, I will say, from what I've seen of this film, it's definitely not the greatest movie that I've seen. In fact, from what I hear, what the remake is doing, and with Alexander Ajak, who I love High Tension, that's definitely a movie I'm going to review for a Screamfest. I figured, why not see this film, give my thoughts on it, and go a little bit more in depth. But definitely could offer something. I will say, from what the remake sounds like, sounds like it's doing a lot better than this film. But I like Wes Craven as a director, and the fact this was written and directed by him could offer up something good. But that is The Hills Have Eyes. I was kind of like, you know what, I'll get this for the collection. It may not be the best film, but I think I'll like it for what it is. But not much for features. All you get is audio commentary by writer-director Wes Craven and Peter Locke. I know there was another edition that had this cover that had more features. I don't know why they didn't put it all on one disc, but happy to have the film regardless. And that's pretty much the update. A lot here. Definitely excited to check these films out for Screamfest. I mean, I've seen a couple of them already, but definitely great collection to have. Really happy to basically get some of these, because some of these are really expensive. But if you guys seen any of these films, tell me in the comments below. Be sure to be on the lookout for my Reservoir Dogs review. I'll give my thoughts on that later. All that aside, I'll see you guys later. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of these films. What do you guys think of Reservoir Dogs? Before I actually get into reviewing it, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time on the wonderful world of YouTube. Bye.